Suzanne Bond, registered nurse, trauma therapist and master coach.
Hello, my name is Suzanne Bond. I'm a therapist and a master coach in the Midlands area of the UK. I've created this video because I want to reach out to other therapists that might be on the same journey that I was on. You know, always looking for the best therapy, the quickest, the most effective, that you're going to get those results that you want as fast as possible. Now, first of all, I'd like to say that I have been trained in some really amazing therapies, and they are part of my toolbox, and I do use them all and every day. But that's what they are. They're part of my toolbox. And so they all have their place. Everybody is different. You know, when we order a plumber to come and sort out an issue, they don't just come with one tool, do they? They come with a toolbox full of tools. And this is what I found being a therapist. It's about having different tools, different techniques, and being able to integrate them and use them, you know, as and when we need them, and to be able to swap and change if one's not working with one client, to be able to use something else. So my journey was that I qualified and originally did my hypnotherapy training. And along with the hypnotherapy training, it was an amazing course. I did NLP, EFT, EMDR, and I learnt so much, and I still use a lot of what I was taught back then today and get amazing results. And from that, I went and trained and did BWRT, brainwork and recursive therapy, qualified in levels 1, levels 2, levels 3 and master coach. And again, another amazing modality that I use all the time and get amazing results. And then I went and wanted to learn more about the EMDR with those trauma clients. So I did the EMDR, the fast EMDR. I did the blast in Coventry. And that was an amazing therapy, and I use that almost with every client. And I've gone on now from there, still with the same mission, to be looking for the best therapists, the ones that are going to make the best changes and, you know, really help my clients. So from that training, I went on and did the Old Pain to Go, where we were able to turn people's pain off within one session. It was amazing. And from that, I was left with the feeling, well, if you can turn somebody's pain off in one session by communicating with the innate part of them, the part that's always been with them, then you must be able to do a lot more. So I went on this mission, and I went to try and find out other methods. And I went into the whole world of Joe Dispenza and, you know, all of the other methods that are out there. I became a meditation leader. I became a Reiki master. And then I was still left with, there's a missing piece to the jigsaw. There is a missing piece. If we can talk to this innate part of us and give commands out of hypnotherapy, out of putting somebody into a trance, then that has got to be pretty cutting edge, pretty amazing. So I went searching for anybody that had created anything like this, and there was the emotional code, similar things, and you know, looked at those, looked at a lot of the energy methods, and went on this whole research, this whole trying to uncover and look for this missing piece, you know, that missing piece where I could really make some transformative change quickly and effectively by talking to the innate part of us. And up popped on my computer one day a wonderful lady called Colette Stryker. And she had taken Dr. Gary Flint's process healing method. And she had created this amazing method called MAP. The MAP method, standing for making anything possible. And it sounded amazing to be able to talk to this innate part of us, to give it commands outside of hypnosis, and things would clear. And I watched lots of videos and watched people that had all these fears and watched their fears within seconds just disappear. And other things, other issues. And so, of course, this was my next mission. I wanted to go and find out, if this really what could be the missing piece, the jigsaw that I've been looking for. So I went and had an experience myself with a wonderful coach, MAP coach, called Eileen, and she lives in Trinidad, and she did a session with me. And so just to explain the method, it's great probably for me to explain the session that I had. So as you know, as a therapist, as you're going through all of these different methods and learning all these different techniques, you do a lot of work on yourself. And I was left with, oh my goodness, I don't know what I can work on. And I decided that there was something that was challenging me. And it was that when I wanted to say goodbye to somebody, I always cried and didn't know why. So when I would take my son to the train station, even if it was just a couple of hours, I would be in tears all the way home, as though I'd got this massive loss and this sadness. And it was awful. So I decided to bring this into the session and challenge the MAP method and see, come on, let's see what you're about. And so this wonderful coach called Eileen, she asked me to close my eyes. She connected with this part of us that they call the innate parts, which they call the superconscious. She connected with that part of me, and she asked me to go into a memory where I could remember crying and being upset and saying goodbye to my son. So I went into that memory, and this is 100% honest. What happened next is she gave a command to my superconscious part of my brain, and within minutes I was getting all of these flashing images of all of the times that I've been left in the past. And then she asked my unconscious to do a procedure where it would go to the root of where this was first created. And the wonderful thing about the MAP method is it doesn't have to be in our timeline. It could be in our parents' timeline that's been passed down. It could be a past life. It's amazing. So she gave this command, up popped all of these more images, and then this image popped up of where this abandonment was first created many, many years ago. I was absolutely blown away. She neutralized it there and then in that session. And since then, I never, ever have cried again. That pattern has been neutralized. But more importantly, it was neutralized at the root. So the unconscious isn't going to create that pattern because it's been neutralized. The original trauma has been neutralized and has been healed. So this was absolutely amazing for me, as you can imagine. And I remember saying to my husband, I don't care how much this costs. I need to have this method in my toolbox. And I went and did the training. And since then, I've introduced it into both of my clinics, and I get amazing results. And it's integrative. So I can be using lots of different methods and then realize I might be a bit stuck, or there might be some protector parts that don't want to release some of these beliefs or some of these behaviors or some of these memories. And I can just stop, just literally, metaphorically take them out of that session, give a command to their superconscious mind, clear that, and then take them back into the session and continue where we were at. It can be that fast. and it's an amazing tool to have in your toolbox. And I just can't keep quiet about it any longer. So I'm not putting this video out there to say that all the other methods out there, you know, are inferior. Absolutely not at all. I'm creating this video to say this has been an amazing tool to have in my toolbox. And I would strongly advise anybody, if you still think that there's something missing and you've been on this journey that I was on, then I'd ask you just to maybe have a session. Go on to a group taster session. Do what I did, bring in something that you want to clear and watch how it clears it. It literally, the way I describe it is like doing a Google search engine and finding the root on command and neutralizing it. Now, there's going to be many disbelievers to this, but I've used this now thousands of times and had amazing results. Amazing. When you give a command to somebody and you suddenly see their unconscious or the innate part of them working, and you see those eye movements instantly, you see that it's neutralizing what you ask, and then the client's feedback is, it's gone. I just can't access it anymore. It's just amazing. So the nice thing with MAP as well is, yes, it does clear past traumas, which is fantastic for me as a trauma therapist. But also what it clears is everything that's associated. So you can give a command and it will look and see a trauma, and then you can clear everything that's associated with that trauma or similar situations, events, circumstances. You can clear past lives, you can clear parallel lives, you can clear generational timelines. And not only clearing stuff as well, but you can create a new identity. So you can create what you want in the future. You can create a goal, and then you can align your mind to it. You can ask the client to magnetize that, and then you can give a command to clear everything that's in that path. So it's just amazing. But yeah, come and experience it. I'm going to be doing some group sessions, some free taster sessions. If anybody wants a one-to-one and really wants to put it under the test, then you can book on for one of those with me as well. And I'm also now the UK MAP ambassador, because it is just something I think that we just need to have. If we really do want to have that complete, what I think complete toolbox, then you know, I've decided to be the UK MAP ambassador, so I can sign people up for the training as well. So reach out to me, come and have a taster session with me, come and find out what you need to do, and I can sign you up as well, and you can do the training. And as I said, it's not to undermine any other methods that are out there. This is just about giving the therapist options for their toolbox. So I hope that was useful, and please do reach out to me if you want any more information. Thank you.